While Trump takes an extended vacation to threaten nuclear war, someone else in the administration hasn't stopped working a single day. Attorney General Jeff Sessions, the guy that puts the white in Make America White Again. That's the slogan, right? Wait, what was it? Guys? The president is often accused of not having done very much in office, which to me always seemed like a strange thing to criticize. When a drunk baboon is in your living room, you don't complain when it falls asleep. You thank God it hasn't destroyed the entire couch. But there is someone who has gotten a lot done in just 8 months of Trump, Jeff Sessions, the only Keebler elf who considers fudge stripes as race mixing. Remember, Jeff Sessions is a guy who was deemed too racist to become a federal judge in 1986. So it's odd that 31 years later, he's suddenly fit enough to be Attorney General, because no one gets less racist with age. No one Benjamin Buttons bigotry. But Sessions fits perfectly in the Trump administration. He's tight with walking cancer lung Steve Bannon, the human Pepe meme known as Stephen Miller was Sessions' former aide, and he has the support of many Republicans in Congress. So as much as Trump might badmouth him for recusing himself from the Russia investigation, he needs Sessions. Jeff Sessions is the glue holding together this rickety douchebag DeLorean on its journey to the past. Where we're going, we don't need blacks. That's why he was unfazed by Trump's criticism of him.
It's kind of hurtful, but the President of the United States is a strong leader, and he's steadfastly determined to get his job done, and he wants all of us to do our jobs, and that's what I intend to do.
Until we get President Pants in power. What? My, look at the time. I bet those sinful cookies must be ready. Gotta go. Sessions knows what he's after. He doesn't just want to undo Obama's legacy like many Republicans, but the legacies of the civil rights movement, the gay rights movement, and the movement to smoke a joint to ease the pain of all that undoing. And the time warp Sessions is taking us on is hitting the most vulnerable communities, Black, Latino, immigrant, and LGBTQ, first. That means saying the Civil Rights Act doesn't protect LGBTQ people, or supporting voting legislation that disenfranchises the poor and people of color. It means rolling back police and sentencing reforms established under President Obama. And it means reviewing states' legalization efforts of marijuana, possession of which is almost 4 times as likely to get a black person arrested than a white person. But no matter, Sessions, without offering any proof, has warned against legalization and the overall effectiveness of medical cannabis.
I think medical marijuana has been hyped, but the idea that recreational marijuana, there's nothing wrong with it, and we should just legalize it, I personally doubt. And I'm not in favor of that, based on my personal experience.
Wait. Jeff Sessions is against the legalization of marijuana based on his personal experience? Oh, what must that have been like? One time I did a marijuana and I actually laughed at a Cheech and Chong movie. For a whole 2 hours, I completely forgot I don't really care for Mexicans. In fact, the only people whose rights are being cared for and even expanded under Sessions are the rights of white people. The Civil Rights Department under the DOJ released a memo calling for the formation of a legal team to go after colleges' affirmative action programs that it says discriminate against whites.
The memo calls for lawyers who would like to be involved in the anti-affirmative action project to submit their resumes by August 9th.
Wow, to be a fly on the wall during those interviews. Where do I see myself 10 years into the future? I don't know, setting the clock back 40 years into the past. I didn't actually get into law school on account of all the Latins. My biggest strength is white power. The fact that the Civil Rights Department of the DOJ, which has historically been used to counter systemic legacies of inequality like slavery, is now being used to give even more rights to white people is nuts. It's like when the white girl at my high school received a Hispanic scholarship for being Spanish, as in her grandparents were from Spain. Necesitamos talk about reverse racismo. And on immigration, rather than support any meaningful reform, Sessions thinks the only way to stop illegal immigration is to further militarize the border and issue chilling threats.
The border is not open. Please don't come. You will be apprehended if you do come, and you will be deported promptly. And if you assault our officers, we're going to come at you with a ton of bricks.
And then we'll kindly please ask for those bricks back, because we need them for the wall. Them's wall bricks, you hear? Jeff Sessions is the not normal when you hear people say no new normal. Once called a reactionary in Congress, he's now calling the shots. And he's delivering on Trump's regressive agenda and, oh look, winning praise from the boss man over his most recent announcement that the DOJ will investigate whether outlets that publish sensitive information should be considered leakers. You keep it up, Jeffy boy, and I might follow you back. What's that? Retweet? I don't think so. Now, not all of the things the DOJ is doing are legal or will become law. A federal judge in Texas did strike down the state's new voter ID laws, and the DOJ is being sued by the city of Chicago over threats to defund sanctuary cities. Because the DOJ can't actually withhold federal funding from states, cities, or counties. That's normally a job held by Congress. Then again, negotiating peace in the Middle East is normally a job held by someone who legitimately got into Harvard, so. But that's not the point of Sessions' policies. The point is to sound a dog whistle that calls for open season on vulnerable communities, which is, I guess, somehow supposed to make America great again. Oh, great again, that's what it was. Now, was it red hats or hoods? Hoods, right? Thanks so much once again for watching Newsbroke. Make sure to subscribe right now. Do it. Click that button. And also, why do you think Jeff Sessions is so afraid of recreational marijuana? Like, what was that personal experience that he had that just made him completely change his mind? I want to know what you think about that in the comments below. See you next time.